From the land of the rising sun, a lone warrior was catapulted to a magical realm. It was a world on the brink of catastrophe, and its people called desperately for a hero. Now, only Musashi can thwart the mad designs of a ruthless corporation. One man, one chance, one destiny.
Okay, did you enjoy that opening movie? Well, you better better savor that enjoyment, because that's the only enjoying part of this game. This is Samurai Legend Musashi, or Musashi Samurai Legend, however the heck you want to read it. I have beaten this game twice in my life. Let me see. Is this a new game plus, or do I need to start a brand new game from the beginning? I think this is my new game. Let's see. We'll see in a second. If not, I'm just gonna have to edit the heck out of this. But pretty much, Musashi Samurai Legend is, well, I will say that when I first got this game, I was like, oh man,
what have we here?
I can't wait to play this game. Like, finally a sequel to Musashi. Finally a sequel to Brave into Musashi. Because I remember how much I enjoyed Brave into Musashi, and then, well, I played this. It's not horrible, but it's not good. Let's see if I remember the buttons. What now? Don't you think you carry enough people already? Well, this time it will not be so easy. Prepare yourself, young tiger. I'm not sure. I think I have to start a new game in order to get like the tutorial, but I don't really want to do a tutorial.
Thanks a million.
She is going to, like, I'm trying to find things to talk about for this game, and there's not really a whole lot to talk about. Because it's just like, it's... Yeah, I'm lacking stuff too. I'm lacking like my double jump. Let's see. Yep. Going the wrong way. It's just this game. Well, for one, I'm trying to find something to like put up on YouTube as a playthrough. And this might be the weekend playthrough if I'm feeling up for it. Might be the playthrough for the weekend. I don't know. It's just, there's just so like, it's just stuff about this game that makes me go like, why do they do this? I don't remember if you have anything to learn. Ah, yep. Okay. Yeah, this is how you learn new techniques. And this is your first technique that you learn is the chain attack, which gives you the 5-hit combo. And this is going to be pretty much how your fights will go for a while. And now I have the spin attack, or the 360 as they call it. So, I don't know, like, this is just one of, like, I have to say, like, I can't even say, like, this is a guilty pleasure game. This is just one of those games where it's just, like, it's a disappointment, really. Ow. Try to remember how it works, because the game doesn't have its own tutorial. So, is this even the beginning of the game? I don't remember. I do not remember at all. Like, I remember pretty much like there was a tutorial. So, yeah, and you get this music that's probably copyrighted. During the mini games, which there's only like 2 of them. I missed all those dudes. I was trying to ride up next to them, and then they just slow down. Yeah, it's very hard to hit anything. Although, to be honest, I see no reason why you have to guard anything during this minigame either. Ugh. I think this song is copyright because I forgot who this one was made by, but I think it's on the case. I'll look at it in a sec. Really? You think if you're getting slashed with a sword, you would just instantly fall off your bike. Right? I mean, come on, like when Cloud does this, it's actually pretty simple. There we go. Like he just does one slash and then done. So yeah, and that's my prize money for this minigame. I think there's an actual prize if you like get a perfect score, but who has time to do that? So, essentially Musashi was called here to, like, save the princesses. Ha! Because nobody else is around to do it. Oh boy. Checkpoint. Free our second person.
Oh, much obliged.
Shiranzo, Anthem's premier appraiser. So when we get back to town, we can actually use him to appraise the items that I've been picking up. Look at all the enemies.
Not good.
So I leveled up. I'm gonna tell you this right now. First off, decide on your own and just focus on like increasing your focus stats. It will come in handy for an event later in the game, and pretty much for the game in general, because pretty much when you do the focus thing, which is locking on, when the gauge fills, the faster it fills, like once it hits max, like you do more damage. Let's see if I remember right. Yeah. I can do that. Which, it's not good because it doesn't kill at this point. It at least knocks him down, so I don't have to deal with too many enemies at once. But the enemies right now are nothing compared to much later in the game. Yeah, this is the point when I start hating this is when I start hating certain stages, because you'll start having guys like get you from off screen. And you can only guard attacks from in front, so. Now, why am I playing through this game? Well, I said to myself that I would do it for the channel because I don't exactly have a playlist for this channel or on this game for it. I gotta just have random videos. I gotta just have random videos of this game up, and that's about it. And this is the problem with multiple enemies at the same time. You easily get overwhelmed because it's clear like this game was designed for one-on-one combat. Like there wasn't really any ideas placed on having multiple enemies at once. Like you have a couple of attacks that can hit like around you, but it's not effective. So, I'm trying to remember how the story goes. Basically, Musashi got called here by somebody. He doesn't know why. He got rescued by that cat dude that you saw. Which generally he would teach you. He would give you the tutorial and tell you that you're ready to go on your way. But since I already did the tutorial and this is pretty much New Game Plus, we skipped all that. Problem with New Game Plus is that I have to learn everything all over again. And here's our third person freed.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Hi, my name is Paolo. Thanks for saving me. Gotta get back to the academy. Boy, am I gonna be late. Bye! I'll tell you about the rescuing people thing later. Because it's no point. No point in explaining it right now when it doesn't come into play yet. I have a feeling like New Game Plus automatically puts the game in hard mode. Which, I can't remember what hard mode did for this game, but I think it like cuts the experience points and you take a lot more damage. Not entirely sure. So Musashi runs on his way to go rescue a princess, which we're about to do so now. I said we're about to do so now. Okay. Fine. Our first princess.
You alright? You're safe now.
Oh, notice the voice actor for Musashi is the same as Mega Man X7's Axel.
Who are you?
My name's Musashi. I'm gonna be a famous samurai someday.
Wait, you must be the hero of legend.
I don't know about that. But I've crossed space and time to save you.
Well, it looks like the summoning worked, after all.
Oh no! She's out cold. I'd better get her out of here.
Alright. Oh, time to get her out of here. But and when there's a good break time, I can read you the story. I just pulled out the manual. So, carrying the princess is the worst part of the game. Carrying the princess is the worst part of the game because your actions are obviously limited. You can only like smack him with the princess or Mystic, as I'm being corrected here, or you can set him down, but you have to pick him back up. And you can also just throw him away, and then you can throw him into the air and go like, yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like right now, it's easy because the enemies are rather set up so that you can deal with it. But imagine having to do this and there's enemies like everywhere, all coming at you at once. And every time you get hit, you drop the prince, you drop the lady. So imagine that. So story. If I can actually get to read it, or maybe not. Oh yeah, boss fight. I think.
Musashi?
Hey, you awake? Well, hold on a sec.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I believe it's a boss fight coming, because this looks like an arena.
Looks like we have to jump down. What the?
This is my woman.
Who are you? Let her go!
She my woman.
You do not fear me, boy? What's your name?
Excuse me.
My name is Musashi. Let her go, or you'll regret it.
Rather impressive. My name is Gandrake. Unfortunately, I have other business to attend to, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. For now, you must content yourself with my latest acquisition. Farewell, Musashi. May we meet again.
Come back, you!
Yeah, it's our first boss. The Vapor Bot. I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't really avoid that. Alright, I gotta wait. See, I don't know how to avoid that. I don't know how to avoid a giant rolling ball coming at me, like rolling at me at high speeds when I can't exactly run away from it. Oh, I leveled up. Let me decide. Focus again. Yeah, I can't use anything, and I have 6 HP. We're going to die because he's going to do that stupid rolling attack again. Oh, he'll do that. Pretty much end me. Oh, yeah. Get used to that. But at least when you restart with full health. Can I block it? Nope, you cannot block it. See, like, I don't know how you would go about avoiding that. You don't have a double jump, which would be very nice to have. Nope, I missed. Yeah, you can't do. Okay, so yeah, you can't block it. I don't know how to outrun it because it comes straight after you. You don't really. Ow! God, I couldn't. Yeah. Oh my God. See, it's like, what the heck do you do? I don't know what to do about that. Oh, come on! Come on! That's not fair! We're dead. Because the thing is gonna just gonna go like... Or no. Oh, wow. So I avoided it that time by running to a wall and just pretty much praying. Oh God. And then he tries the cool pose, like, yeah, I killed the robot that nearly killed me. Oh.
Candrake here? In person? What could this mean? Well, no time for that. First, we go Anthium to tell Chief.
Anthium?
Yes, Anthium, home of the mystics. People skilled in arts of magic. That lady is their princess. She's the one who summoned you here. They and I go back long way, and I want to help them somehow. Well, off to village now. Much to learn there.
How many times have you guys cringed yet? Well, we can at least rest and save our game. So, you want the story? Or should I save that for the next video? Do I still have my image cards from the previous playthrough? Oh, I do. I do have them. Awesome. Okay, so while I give you a view of some of the stuff, try and read the story while you look at my card collection. In a distant world, a man called Gandrake and his enigmatic corporation developed a device called the Nebulum Engine. This revolutionary engine brought new possibilities and changed the lives of people everywhere. But soon, Gandrake Enterprises began to lust for power. Its goal? Total world domination through the control of the precious fuel known as nebulite. To this end, Gandrake began to take a particular interest in the mystics, a people gifted in the arts of magic. To save them from Gandrake's schemes, the Princess of Mystics invoked an ancient spell of great power to summon a hero. Her magic brought them a young samurai named Musashi. Just before the enemy took her captive and drove her subjects from their homes. Now called across time and space in the strange land, Musashi must find Princess Mycela and save the mystics if he has any hope of returning home. But he is not alone. With the aid of an eccentric, brilliant martial arts master named you, Musashi strives to become the greatest samurai ever known. With the entire world to save, he has his work cut out for him. And yeah, that is our story. You guys only saw like 3 cards. Oh, I don't remember that one. But a lot of this is gonna be like easily spoiled. I'm only missing 5 cards too. It's honestly pretty amazing. So anyway, that is part 1 of this. Well, I'm gonna hate, like, I hate to use such words, but this is gonna be a cringe fest. I guarantee you, like, you're gonna cringe. If not, I mean, I will say this, like my commenters, like the people I read comments about all the time, like they always hate on Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure. I have a feeling it will be double that for this game. Because Big the Cat is not as bad as this game can be. And I'll have some moments too where I'm just like, I hate this game, I hate this game, I hate this game. As to why I'm playing it, like I said, I'm doing it because I don't really have a playlist of this for YouTube. I have a couple of random videos of this. I will say this much: this game, Samurai Legend Musashi does have its moments. Like, it does have its moments. And I think that's what makes up for it, but at the same time, not really. Anyway, I am Brad Reed, the Gaming Mole. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope this went well, because it's stressful for me to even try to get this part done. Anyway, moving on to part 2.